Hello, my name is Jarrell Thomas, and today we will be breaking down Dr. King's famous I Have a Dream speech. I decided to choose this speech because it's one of the greatest speeches ever, during times where it was tough for America, but specifically for us African Americans. And Dr. King chose to make this monumental speech in front of the world, which not only changed the faces of little black and white kids, but also how to formulate a speech, a powerful speech at that. So today, I'm gonna break down the three styles of Dr. Martin Luther King. Three things that we're gonna look at today. How he organized it from start to finish. It looked like, from watching the speech, he started looking at his notes, preparing himself, just really trying to be organized and structured and stay on task. So from the beginning, he stayed a routine when he was making his speech. But his message did connect and persuade with the crowd. And how it connected, because the world can relate what was going on, black or white. It was a time that everyone needed to hear, a speech that everybody needed to hear. He even went over a lot of the rules of the Constitution that wasn't applying to the world. So when he made these speeches, when he made these quotes, these messages, it resonated with the crowd. His delivery was also great. His delivery was great by the tone of his voice and his language. Again, it was relatable. Sometimes when you speak, majority of the time when you speak, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So when you talk in a nice, calm tone, sometimes your message can deliver easily and more comfortable than if your voice seems like it can be intimidating. Even though his voice was firm, but it still was, it was smooth how it connected with the message that he was delivering. His body language, he made sure that he was connected with the crowd. You can see the passion in his eyes. He didn't stumble. Everything that he said connected with the crowd. And you could see his whole aura in his body language, connected with everything that he was saying, every message that he was delivering. He went in order with his speech. He started with the past. Again, he talked about what's been going on. What was the unfair treatment in the world today? And he made sure that he talked about the past and he brought it to the present and to the future. Because without you moving forward and fixing the future, you have to go back to the past. And while doing this, from going back to the past and talking about to the present, he also had a dream that things would get better in the future. He foreseen it. So things just had to be fixed. The speech had to not only be heard, but the plan had to be driven out. He used a lot of repetition, repeated phrases like, now is the time. He understood that we couldn't wait any longer. We dealt so much as people. We couldn't go back to the past. We couldn't continue to do what we've been doing for X amount of years. We wouldn't move forward. So when he kept saying, now is the time, he emphasized that, yes, now is the time. We can no longer play around. We can no longer allow this to happen. We have to act forward, move forward now. And with the buildup, as I stated before, he started with a script. But the way that he finished the speech, it seemed more natural, more fluid. He was more passionate. His emotion was more into it. When you don't have this, or you don't have notes, and you're just speaking from the heart, your speeches and your words and your messages come out more smoothly, more fluid. And people can relate to it instead of you just reading off notes where it seemed like it's forced. It's not organic. His message and persuasion. He built trust. What a better way to gain respect by standing in the Lincoln Memorial and quoting the Constitution. Talk about the different laws that's fair or unfair in Washington, D.C. He used different metaphors, different logic. He used a lot of metaphors that didn't go over people's head. Everybody can relate, everybody can understand. Whether you were old, young, black, white, no matter the race, color, whatever you were, his metaphors connected with you so it could be easily understood. And being that he was a pastor, he was able to get more deep with his emotions. He connected with the crowd. You could feel it. You would get goosebumps hearing his speech. It really touched your soul. Even if you wasn't a believer, he made you a believer by how deep he got in his emotions regarding his speech. His dynamic delivery. His voice was deep. And it was like he really was thinking out his message with his long pauses. And you didn't hear a lot of no, and those kind of words. He moved slowly, but his words were really thought out. And being on the microphone, his posture, he had a really strong posture. He didn't slouch, meaning that he was confident behind the message that he was delivering. And with a crowd of 250,000 people, it seemed like he was looking all of those people in the eye. He connected, looking like a real true leader, dominated and commanded the crowd. In conclusion, how this works today, he gave a clear and simple message, one that anyone can understand, full of passion, emotional, and educational. And this was a speech that unified the civil rights movement. Something that was talked about back then, but we still have issues and problems today. So that speech still relates in 2026. Thank you.